One champion is crowned, one more to go. Will it be Fargo North or will it be Red River on the boys' side? Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Logan Campbell, joined now by Fargo North head coach Travis Hogue. Travis, you guys are coming up a big emotional win last night. First of all, describe what that win meant to you, and how are you guys able to bounce back today?
You know, I told the kids in the locker room, enjoy every second tonight, because there's only two teams that make it to this game every year. So this is a big moment for Fargo North. It's a big moment for our community, for our boys, and I'm just very excited. I think we're going to put on a pretty good show for the fans tonight.
You guys know Red River pretty well, played them 3 times this season, won 2 of those. What's something that stands out to you about this Red River team?
Man, they are having a great tournament. Zach Kraft has been phenomenal. And then the other guys, Rowan-Camp, Parks, Harrison, Carter Byron, they're just a really good starting 5. We just got to look to contain and stay in front, and hope Zach Kraft isn't as hot from the three-point line as he's been all weekend.
Travis, this is your first year as head coach at Fargo North. What would it mean to you to win a title?
Oh man, it would mean everything to me. Yeah, it's been a season of adversity, and so if we come out on top, it's going to be a pretty emotional win for us, and it'll be special.
Good luck today, Coach. We're looking forward to it. I'm now joined by Red River coach Kirby Krefting. Kirby, you guys have embraced the underdog mentality this entire tournament. Emotional win after emotional win. What are you hoping to see from your team today?
Well, first of all, the high blood pressure for me has got to slow down a little bit. You know what? We got to learn from those games. We grow every time we play, and if we learn from those games, hopefully we can take that into the next level, into the next game, and get over that step. But, you know, those are too close for us. We got to defend better, and we got to take care of the ball.
Saw Zach Kraft go down at the end while the team was celebrating. What's his status today? How is he feeling?
Hey, you know what? Why can't we save that for maybe today after the game? No, he's fine. He got a little bit of a Charlie horse when he didn't ice it and moving it, so no, he's fine.
Good to hear. I asked Travis this, I'll ask you. You played North 3 times, won 1 of them. What's something that stands out to you about them?
Well, they're athletic, they run, and they got some shooters. And I feel that, you know, we're athletic, we're long, and we got some shooters also. So, you know, if we bring that attitude and we bring that energy like we do, you know, every day in practice or in games, and you know, there's practices where I got to slow them down. You know, quit sweating, spitting on each other, and don't be so competitive. And that's just a Monday afternoon. So, you know, we'll just bring that energy. That's what we need today.
All right, Kirby, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, the title game, Class A Boy Championship game is coming up in just minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
Anything can happen when it's basketball in March. An unlikely matchup in the championship game. Fargo North and Red River. I'm Colin Holt. That's Zach Dosh. And Zach, we might not have expected this matchup, but these are the 2 teams that are playing the best basketball right now.
That's all that matters. December doesn't matter. November doesn't matter. But tonight is what it's all about. These 2 teams have overcome adversity throughout this entire tournament. Both teams coming back from deficits last night and earning their spot in this state championship game.
It's the 4th meeting between these 2 teams. Let's take a look at how the numbers tell the story of this matchup and our University of Jamestown matchup stats. Zach, pretty similar again.
I think what we're going to see is a lot of pace to the game tonight. These coaches want to keep the game plan simple and allow their players to play instinctual and allow them to be the best version of themselves, which is getting up and down the floor and running.
If you don't know these 2 teams, there are a bunch of stars on both sides of the ball. We picked out a couple as our cast play players to watch. These 2 guys have been putting on a show, Zach.
Yeah, Zach Kraft, EDC Player of the Year, and was huge in their 18-point comeback against Davies last night. And Jeremiah Sam, what more could you say about him? His play against the #1 WDA team in Century last night, lifting his team in a great second-half comeback, several points in transition. He can really do it all.
A couple of fun ones last night. Got a feeling this one's going to be fun as well. Tip-off and the North Dakota Crop Improvement and Seed Association starting lineups are straight ahead on WDAY.
WDAY Sports brings you all the action from the 2023 North Dakota Class B Boys Basketball Tournament. Live from Bismarck. Quarterfinals tip off Thursday at 1 on ABC. Semifinals start Friday at 6:30 p.m. with consolation games at 1 on Inforum.com. Then, championship Saturday with the third place game at 6 p.m. and the championship at 8:45 on ABC. For wall-to-wall coverage of Class B Boys Basketball, watch WDAY Sports.
It's state championship time. Let's meet the North Dakota Crop Improvement and Seed Association starting lineups to the public address announcer, Guy Goshen.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2023 North Dakota High School Activities Association state championship game between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Fargo North Spartans, and the home team, the Red River Rough Riders. The North Dakota High School Activities Association and its premier partner, Farmers Union Insurance, and supporting sponsor Choice Bank and Vision Zero remind each of you that this athletic contest is played under the observance of the North Dakota High School Activities Association behaviors expectations by all those in attendance. Good sportsmanship is vital at all levels of athletics. We ask that you exhibit good sportsmanship at all times. The NDHSA sponsors statewide events in athletics, music, and speech. They believe that all high school activities provide lessons for life, including the lesson of treating everyone with respect and with the pledge of good sportsmanship. We hope you enjoy the event and let your good sportsmanship show. Now for the introductions. First for the cheerleaders for Fargo North. Leo Stordahl, Alyssa Welch, Haley Lindeby, Erilyn Morse, Brianna Jaquez, Abby Olson, Naskane Holmes, Alexa Anguinano Navarro, and the cheer advisor, Leah Ness. Cheerleaders for Red River, Brooklyn Vandell Jenkins, Annika Opsahl, Ava Gernovich, Addison Carlton, Lucy Blackman, Athena Clark, Hannah Megra, Brooke Carlson, and Ava Burkholz. Cheer advisors, Jasmine Ludwig and Lacey Dickerman. Now for the non-starters for Fargo North. Number 1, Ethan Welk. Number 2, Bodie Hogue. Number 3, Keach Bior. Number 5, David Schilling. Number 12, Reggie Chris. Number 14, Eric DeBoer. Number 20, Victor Busanga. Number 22, Riley Opheim. Number 23, Aiden Prince. Number 24, John Williams. And number 34, Joe Rose. Non-starters for the Riders. Number 2, Tate Parson. Number 3, Hayden Hong. Number 4, Hudson Flom. Number 10, Cam Clefstead. Number 11, Zach Elke. Number 14, Carter Weiser. Number 23, Brady Welsh. Number 24, Josh Neal. Number 32, Seth Miller. And number 40, James Walter. And now for your starting lineups. At guard for the Spartans, the 6'3" junior, number 4, Jeremiah Sem. For the Riders, a 6'2" sophomore, number 0, Pierce Parks. For the Spartans, a 6'5" senior, number 10, Welcome Mohuza. For the Riders, a 6'2" senior, number 1, Zach Kraft. For the Spartans, a 6'1" sophomore, number 11, Matthew Sem. For the Riders, the 6'7" senior, number 5, Carter Byron. For the Spartans, a 6'2" junior, number 21, Peter Haugo. For the Riders, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Reese Rokamp. And at center for the Spartans, a 6'5" junior, number 40, Carter Zeller. For the Riders, a 6'4" senior, number 33, Logan Harrison. Head coach for the Spartans, Travis Hogue. Assistant coaches, Paul Zenz, Brent Barstead, Ty Sanford, Mike Boutain, and Carson Hannestad. For the Riders, head coach, Kirby Crafting. The assistant coaches, Kelby Crafting, Clinton Sin, Scott Dvorak, and Evan Peterson.
Just a few moments ago, Red River girls basketball took home the state championship, beating Century. Can the Red River boys make it a clean sweep, or does this electric Fargo North team come home with the trophy? We're so glad that you're with us on WDAY. I'm Colin Holt, joined by Zach Dosh. Logan Campbell is working the sidelines for us. And Zach, both these teams, tough to keep up with.
And I don't want to get too carried away with stats. Obviously, they didn't play the same two teams, but Red River, number 1 in threes per game at 8.5, three-point field goal percentage at 47.2, and field goal percentage overall at 51.3. North, however, much more defensive-oriented. Number 2 in field goal defense at 36%. 2 in defensive points per game at 64 per game, and number 2 in steals per game at 11 steals per game. They like to get on transition. That pressure defense worked great against Century. We'll see if we see more of it here.
Two different ways of getting here, but both of them have won some really exciting games, some emotional games, and they have been clutch down the stretch.
Both these teams with 2 big comebacks last night. You know that belief never wavers.
And away we go. Fargo North in the Navy. The opening tip goes out of bounds. Looks like Red River's Pierce Parks touched it last. So it will be North basketball. And despite the weather, we've got a pretty decent crowd on hand. And obviously North, not far to travel to come to the Shack.
Yeah, North Dakotas, they know how to drive in that weather, right?
And it's worth it for a game like this, too.
Red River coming out in a 2-1-2 zone to start the game.
It's Matthew Sem, younger brother of Jeremiah Sem. Those two have been fun to watch. He pulls up. Long 2 off the mark. Logan Harrison has the rebound for the Rough Riders.
Let's see how North settles into the zone offense. Typically against the 2-1-2, you're going to want to have one player on offense at the top. If they're even, if the defense is even, you got to be odd offensively.
Carter Byron. He's got the size for this Red River team. Feeds it inside to Parks. Has a bit of trouble with the dribble. Reese Rokamp pulls up. Too strong. Byron tries to beat the shot clock. Oh, and a travel. Zeller thought there was a shot clock violation, and I think they just started walking with it.
Yeah, you know, it's almost like the crowd's affecting this game already. I think he thought it was going to be blown dead. And clearly the putback off the rim was just in time. He got rid of that ball right before the lighter on the backboard went off. And you're right, maybe a little big game jitters or whatnot, but either way, Red River retains possession.
So Rokamp inbounds it. There's Zach Kraft, the EDC Senior Athlete of the Year, has it poked away. At the game winner against the defending champs Minot. There goes Pierce Parks for 3. Off the mark, another offensive rebound. Byron goes back up with it, and Red River strikes first.
Yeah, Byron, the ultimate competitor, 4-sport athlete, getting on the glass, getting the lid off this game for his Red River Rough Riders.
Jeremiah Sem at the point, feeds it to Mahoza. Matthew, catch and release. Did a bit short. There's Harrison to grab another defensive board. Rokamp with a bit of space. Jeremiah Sem snatches the rebound. Jerry pulls up, knocks it down.
One-man fast break, Jeremiah Sem. It wasn't even necessarily a fast break, more of a secondary break. Defender wasn't good guarding position, but that little step back gave him enough room to knock down the early three.
Kraft, quick release, trying to answer, short. Matthew Sem surrounded, but escapes. Matthew Sem, drive and kick. Shot fake, trying to do it again, he got it.
Red River helped off of Jeremiah Sem. Odd advice helping off of anybody else but him.
Almost a turnover. Sem was out of bounds, he knew he couldn't touch it. Red River trying to take advantage. Shot clock kept running, 10 to shoot, kick out. Arison tries the corner three. That one's off the mark.
Red River, a little disorganized early on offense here. We haven't seen one of those ball screens that put them in the state championship.
Long pass to Zeller, banks it home.
Beautiful job by Jeremiah Sem, manipulating the defense, moving the defense out of the way with the ball fake, and then threading the needle right down the chute to Zeller.
Can Red River quiet this crowd down a bit? They go inside to Byron, and he's got two more.
Just a really composed finish out of Byron there. He caught it, was under control, jumped off 2 feet, went through the contact, and finished.
Sem, he's feeling it right now. That one rattles out. Arison, his third board of the night. Now Red River pushing it. Rokamp to Byron, blocked by Matthew Sem. Got a whistle, and it's North ball. The Spartans have got the early momentum, but who knows what'll happen next. We're just getting started on WDAY. The North Dakota State A basketball tournament is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. Fargo North with an early lead, but it's just 4 points. Now a whistle.
Looked like the shot clock didn't start quite on time. Sitting at 29 seconds, probably should be around 26 or 25.
Logan, what was Kirby Crafting telling his Rough Riders in the huddle?
He was telling them it looks like they've never played a basketball game before. He said, guys, what are we doing? This is like any other game we played this season. He said on offense, they need to slow the pace down, set the plays. On defense, get your hands up on the shooter.
Jeremiah to Matthew off the front side of the rim. Parks looking to get Red River in transition. Now Kraft slows it down. Here's Parks, a talented sophomore. 25 of 50 three-pointers in the regular season. Kraft looking to feed it down to Byron. Zeller says no. And Jeremiah Sem banks it in.
This pressure defense for Fargo North has been getting it done all tournament. They've been rock solid. That's what helped eliminate Century yesterday. That's what's gotten them this lead early in this game. Another turnover forced.
How about that hesitation from Rokamp, and it earns him two.
Yeah, patient finish for Rokamp. First time Red River's really been able to get all the way to the rim.
Jeremiah to Matthew. There's Welcome Muhoza from the corner. Bounces underneath to Zeller, and he gets the friendly bounce.
A beautiful little offensive set there. Nice interior passing. The bounce pass through the paint. And Zeller knew what to do with it.
Parks attacking the rim. How about that?
Yeah, great job by Parks. Using his body to shield off Zeller from the block. Parks a great football player as well. Quarterback of the football team.
Matthew Sem gives it up to Muhoza. Feeds it out to Helgo. The triple is good.
Seldom used Oga. Stepping up and knocking down a shot in the state tournament game, man. These Fargo North Spartans came to play. They're playing with a lot of confidence and aggression. They're comfortable on this floor.
Parks has it pickpocketed from behind. Matthew Sem, can he catch up with it? Yes, he finds Halgo. He almost leaped out of the gym. Mahomes are looking inside for Zeller. That time Harrison all over it.
How about Matthew Sim running down that pass? That was quite a display of athleticism. Didn't result in points, but
Harrison going baseline for Kraft. Last touch by Red River. Ethan Welk checks in for North.
that was the right idea by Zach Kraft, going backdoor. He's being overplayed. They're trying to keep the ball out of his hands. They were denying him, so he gave a little jab step, went backdoor, but they couldn't quite connect on the pass.
Down to 11:36 to go in the first half. No fouls in this game. Jeremiah Sem directing traffic. Welk trying to go to Eric DeBoer, who's into the game for North as well. Sem pulls it away. The spinning three. Another highlight reel play.
Yeah, Red River gambled a little bit. They thought they had a steal. Not quite. Sem corralled it and knocked down another three.
Byron posting up. Parks will let it fly, and it's on the money for two.
Yep, foot on the line. Only two there. But if I'm North, I'm okay with that. Contested jumpers, they'll live with that all day long.
Red River keeping pace. Welk pulls up. Runs across the rim. There's Byron for the rebound. Zach Kraft runs into traffic. Kraft and Rokamp have been so good in this tournament. Byron tries the corner three. In and out. Jeremiah Sem loses his dribble. They had Kraft for a moment. Now Parks collects it. Trying to go end to end. And he draws a foul. Our first one of the game. 10:09 to go. 8-point lead for North. Spartan fans are here in force. You can see them on our Farmers Union Insurance fan cam. Red River, there may not be many in numbers, but they are loud. And their Rough Riders have the ball. Down 8 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Zach Elke into the game for Red River. He fires it up over the top to Rokamp. Reese Rokamp, elbow, mid-range J, Swish.
Yeah, he was able to get to his sweet spot there. Just a little crossover pull-up right at the elbow. Red River needed that in the worst way.
Welk looking to go back to Zeller. Instead, DeBoer tries the entry pass. There's Catch Bior, who starts the swing around to Sem. Finally, one won't go for Sem, who seemed for a bit like he couldn't miss. Red River going right back to work. Rokamp has it batted away. This is North basketball. They're kind of letting them play early, Zach.
Yeah, a lot of pace to this game. You got to like the flow. I think both these teams are able to be more instinctual when there is more pace to the game. This game's coming down to all the skill development that was had over the course of the summer. Those long hours in the gym are starting to show up right now for both of these teams.
Catch Bior, that's a long two, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, he's giving his team a lift off the bench. Didn't play a whole lot yesterday, but he's definitely a unique player, and he's able to knock that mid-range jumper down.
North has the noisy crowd as Parks runs one across the top of the rim. Offensive board for Cam Clefstead. That's his specialty. Rokamp gets a chance, and that one's right down the pipe.
Bior just not quite closing out hard enough. 5 quick points for Rokamp.
So North's the one that seems like they've had the momentum, but Red River has done all the right things, and just a 2-possession game.
And you just get the feeling with how much familiarity there is between these two teams. I don't know that either team is going to be able to create a whole lot of separation. And Jeremiah Sem, another corner three.
Is he fun to watch or what? 14 points for Jeremiah. Rokamp trying to get some more for his stats. Couldn't get it to go through contact. DeBoer blocked away by Parks, but he gets it back. Oh, the no look. Dior puts it away.
How about that? I think Jeremiah Sem liked that more than anybody else. No look over the head pass.
Parks left open. You don't want to do that because he does that.
We have a basketball game, folks. Things are opening up, and these players are getting more and more comfortable.
Sem to DeBoer looking for the three. How about the sophomore with the razzle-dazzle?
The young fella. No look pass and a three. Back and forth we go.
Just called up from JV before the EDC tournament. And he's making an impact in the state championship game. That's a travel on Reese Rokamp. The environment, the energy, and this game continues after this. Coming up, we've got the Lake Region State College halftime report. One of the best parts of the state tournament, the reunion teams. We'll have some of those coming up. We'll break down the highlights and stats. And this has already been an entertaining one, just as we thought it would be. 7:18 to go and a 10-point lead for North. Alongside Zach Dosh, I'm Colin Holt. Spartans with the ball. Jeremiah Sem draws a foul as he goes up with it.
Well, Red River better tighten up their defense here, particularly on Jeremiah Sem. 14 early points, 4 threes, 6 total threes for Fargo North. And that's the thing about Jeremiah Sem. If he comes out and knocks down a couple threes, the defense inevitably has to close out harder. And that's going to open up things for him to get to the 10.
Logan, just a little bit ago, we saw Eric DeBoer come off the bench and just get this crowd going.
And when you mentioned how he got his first start in the EDC tournament, that's because he didn't get pulled up into varsity until a few weeks ago. He's doing a great job at JV with torch the players on varsity. So Travis went up to him and said, hey, we want to bring you up. Will it be too stressful? He said, no, coach, I'm ready.
I believe it that he was torching the varsity team.
And whether he was actually ready or not, great job of selling it.
Kraft from the elbow. Gotta love the rhythm shot from him.
You know, this backcourt for Red River, just great at creating shots. They're great off the bounce, even with the pull-up. You don't see a whole lot of that these days, but they're great in the mid-range game, too.
Jeremiah, the head fake. Ball comes loose. Zeller, the hustle play to keep it for the Spartans. Matthew Sem spinning down the lane and dropping it in.
How tough was that? Attacking yet under control. We saw a couple offensive fouls out of him in the first round game. None since then.
Hudson Flom into the game for Red River. Another one of those impact guys off the bench. Flom gives it up to Byron. 7 to shoot. Got to do something with it. There's Flom at the buzzer, trying to sell the foul. Muhoza out in transition. He goes to the cup, and he finger rolls it in.
What a job by Muhoza. Beat under control. Kraft got back and was in legal guarding position, but because of the great body control, Welcome was able to finish.
Flom for 3. Oh, goodness.
What a lift by Flom. He's out there to play some defense, and look out, Jeremiah Sem the other way.
Baseline to baseline, and good defense from Byron to help out. Zach Kraft, the type of guy who can take over a game. He lets it fly from way downtown. Byron gets another chance, and he won't miss.
Just a great job by Byron going to the front of the room, making himself available. You crash the glass every single time. You'll get a couple of those. Every now and then, one will pop right off the front, right to you.
Matthew Sem, mid-range. Rebound bounces out to Jeremiah. Matthew will try from way outside now. And again, an offensive board. Muhoza, did he walk with it? Yes. Single-digit game. A lot of basketball still to be played.
So much has been made of Fargo North's defense. Obviously, statistically very good, but their offense is really carrying the day right now. 54% from the field, 60 from 3, 2-2 from the free throw line. 9 assists.
Zach Elke finds Parks. One's short. Elke keeps it alive. Shot clock keeps running. Rokamp got it.
Great job extending the play with an offensive rebound by Red River. Kicking it out to Rokamp, who's having a nice game tonight.
6-point game. Jeremiah working on Parks. Right hand rattles a tip. That's going to be interference from Bior.
That's a great effort. That thing was really close to coming off the front of the rim, but it was still hanging on. Great replay there. Maybe another split second longer, and that would have been a great offensive rebound.
Harrison swings it to Rokamp. Just knocked down a big triple. Cut it back to a 2-possession game. Inside Parks. Off balance. Bior.
That was a nice cut by Parks, but because he faded away, he wasn't able to get the foul or finish.
Matthew Sem, the spin, the runner out the window, and the foul.
7 the spin cycle. How about that?
Fargo North has the answer again, and Matthew Sem, the super sophomore, doing stuff like that. North up 8 in the state championship game, which continues after a word from Bank of North Dakota.
I'm Madden Scunbury. I'm confident on the field, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
36-28 and 1 for Matthew Sem. He gets to shoot the free throw here as we welcome you back to WDAY, the Shill Center. Alongside Zach Dosh, I'm Colin Holt. Logan Campbell has been running around, working the sidelines all tournament long, doing a great job as this sophomore sensation completes the three-point play.
Matthew Sem's so fun to watch. He is in attack mode for better or worse the moment that he steps on the court.
Lest we forget, Red River was down 18 in the second half against Davies, and yet here they are in the title game. Reese Rokamp contested, and there's the putback from Klefstad that falls.
Some nice footwork out of the big fella there to come up with the offensive rebound and not travel while falling backwards.
Algo gives it right back to Jeremiah. Weaving his way through. The cross key pass wouldn't go. It's an offensive foul.
Red River back to that zone defense. The main reason is they're having a little hard time controlling the dribble here. And that zone defense means that they're always going to be help side defense in position. And how many charges have we seen him take?
Logan Harrison, the school record holder. He broke his own record twice to get there, by the way. The charges taken. That's the record for Harrison. Rokamp baseline, right hand, just a bit strong. Klefstad has another cleanup bucket.
It's a great job by Rokamp. Jab stepping towards the screen, selling it, then rejecting the screen, going baseline. Help side defense had to come over to make the stop, and that left the equal and opposite offensive rebound wide open.
We're back to a 5-point game. Carter Zeller coming back into this one. A timeout called by the Spartans with 2:39 to go. 37-32 lead. This copyrighted telecast is presented by special arrangement with the North Dakota High School Activities Association. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. How about Cam Klefstad coming off the bench?
He's giving him a lift. Normally he comes out there and tries to give more of a defensive effort, but he's a nice competitor. I like the way he just competes.
Klefstad, a sophomore, I'm told really good on the offensive glass, and he's been just that in this game. Fargo North ball out of the timeout.
And the thing that really got that last possession going for Red River that we haven't seen a whole lot is that ball screen. That ball screen is sort of their bread and butter. They haven't been able to get to it every single possession because of this pressure defense for North. But obviously, the more times that they set a ball screen, I think the better off they are.
Sem off the back iron. It wouldn't drop in. Klefstedt again. Parks pushing the pace. He tried to thread the needle through to Arison, and it's deflected out. Logan, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I was able to pop into Red River's huddle. Kirby Crafting told Logan Arison, you keep going for the charge. And then he told Hudson Flom, you get the steal. That's all we got to do, and we're right back in this game.
I think that's a great way to guard this North team. You want the primary defender to apply a lot of ball pressure, get into them, don't allow them to shoot the three, get them to speed up, and have Arison step in and take the charge.
Right off the inbound, Pierce Parks. So we've got a one-score game again. Jeremiah baseline. Get him going, Jeremiah Sem.
Oh, he slipped past the primary defender before the help side was there.
He's got the rebound on the defensive end. Oh, he slipped down hard. Parks going quick. He's got Kraft in the corner, goes to the hoop, and it rattles through.
Nice job by Parks, sliding just to the side of the defender in legal guarding position, but we got wet spots all over this floor right now until the next dead ball.
Matthew Sem, step back triple. In and out. There's Zeller. Second chance. Spins through.
First time we've seen him on the offensive board tonight, but definitely not the first time in this tournament.
Another takeaway for the Spartans. You see Sem trying to settle this team down. Bounces to Zeller, swatted away by Klefstedt. Right back to Zeller from Mahoza, though.
Just a great job by North playing on after the initial block. It was almost like Red River relaxed a little bit and forgot about Zeller behind the defense.
Parks going to try and go get it, and he gets bumped into by Zeller.
Nice up fake by Parks there. He's had a nice game, playing with great pace and strength. Zeller was almost there. He just didn't quite square him up. He just kind of turned to the side, so he wasn't in quite legal guarding position.
North in both the quarterfinal and the semifinal round got into foul trouble early. They've done a nice job of staying out of those waters here.
Absolutely. That's a big part about their game because they're so aggressive on the offensive and defensive end. You're right. Sometimes it can put their opponent in the bonus. Sometimes it can put them individually on the bench because they're in foul trouble. Not so much tonight.
Here's Parks trying to get this Red River team their first title since 2012. Zeller with the box out and the board.
Only 3 team fouls for North. 2 for Red River.
Jeremiah Sem again!
Oh, rise up, young fella, right down Broadway. Right down the middle of the lane for his second dunk of the half.
You have to see him to believe him.
You better be focused 100% of the time on showing him jerseys. Just a little breakdown, and he was able to exploit it. You gotta love the passion and joy that he plays with. Goes down, dunks it, celebrates with the student section, goes back to the huddle, talks about the play, and the lead's back up to 9 just as Red River was about to pull even. 40 seconds left in this half.
Here's the thing about Jeremiah. One night he does something incredible. You think, all right, that's it. That's going to be his biggest highlight for the season. And then the next night he tops it, and he just keeps doing that.
Every single game. Started this game with 4 threes. Ends this half with 2 dunks, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Stat sheet stuffing in the first half of the state championship game.
Red River, still just a 9-point game. They are very much within reach, especially with how good they are at getting points. But a turnover. Zeller to Muhoza. Tries the Euro step, leaves it short, gets it back, puts it in.
That pressure defense for Fargo North, by and large, has made Red River very uncomfortable. They've been able to execute their ball screen. They forced so many.
Byron grabs the board. Can they make it single digits before the half? They'll have a chance to do it at the line.
Byron just continues to play hard. Getting on the glass here. Taking it right at Jeremiah. That's going to be his second foul for this half.
Something to keep an eye on. He's been the most impactful player thus far.
The thing about this pressure defense for Fargo North is it just gives them so many easy buckets. If you're trying to win a state championship game, imagine starting with a 10-0 lead or a 15-0 lead. That's what it's like to get some easy buckets in transition, just because you're playing pressure defense and you turn over your opponent.
Byron can't connect. 3 to play in the half. Matthew Sem. As the horn sounds, the last word for the Spartans.
Why not? Crossover, step back. Matthew Sem's feeling good. Heading into the locker room. Largest lead of the game so far. North up 14.
Wow. That's all I can say. They may want to take a look at this one. Matthew Sem beats the buzzer. I don't know if they would check to make sure it's a 3 or what. While they take a look at this, let's go to Logan, who's with Travis Hogue.
Game of runs, man. Holy cow.
Exactly.
We've been able to maintain that lead, but a game of runs, they got a 14, they come back up, close it to within 5. It's been kind of weird.
A little bit weird, but what do you got to do to create this space and keep it in the second?
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job defensively. We got to try to figure out the high ball screen action. I'm telling the guys we can't switch it. When we switch it, they're making good things happen on their side. So we got to find a way. We'll make some adjustments here at halftime, talk about the high ball screen action that they're doing. And then I'm just going to congratulate the guys on a good first half. I think they're playing really well.
What do you want to see in the second half from your team to keep this momentum rolling?
Energy, tempo, pace.
Great, Travis. Thank you so much. North leads 50-36 over Red River. When we come back, we'll take a look. We're going to keep it here, actually, to see what the call is.
Yeah, we got to take a look at the replay. They're watching it right now. Just double checking that it is a 3, and it is indeed. Matthew Sem ends the first half with a bang. 50-36 at the break. A frenetic pace. Lake Region State College halftime report is next.
You've been watching the Lake Region State College halftime report.
Welcome back, everyone. North leading Red River 50-36 at the break. I'm now joined by Red River coach Kirby Crafting. Kirby, there's moments where you guys get close, but the North pulls away. What do you need to see in the second half to come back?
Oh, we got to take care of the ball again. We're not getting out in transition. That's what got us here. And we're letting number 4 do about anything that he wants. So we need to step it up defensively if we want to turn this around. I know we can, but we got to do it.
All right, Kirby, thank you so much. Cullen?
Well, they certainly can turn it around. We've seen it happen just last night. There's our North Dakota Certified Seed Producers halftime stats.
Yeah, obviously Jeremiah Sem leading the way with the majority of the production for Fargo North with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. But the combination of Parks, Rowan-Camp, and Kraft averaged 62.5 points per game in this first half. They only have 23. And Zach Kraft averaging 26 points per game in this tournament, only 2 points in the first half.
On the flip side, Jeremiah Sem, he has been him.
That's the thing about it. I think sometimes we make basketball more complicated than it is. It's just guys being instinctual and making plays. And that's what Jeremiah Sem is at his epitome. That's when he's at his best, when he's in attack mode, when he's grabbing rebounds and going the distance or getting steals and getting on transition. But even in the half court, he was good, knocking down 4 early threes to get this party started.
Little brother Matthew Sem getting that buzzer beater in there to end the first half. But Red River, they erased an 18-point deficit against Davies to reach the title game. Down 14 at the break. Zach Kraft trying to get him going in the right direction. Rebound tapped out of bounds. This will be Red River basketball.
A great look for Zach Kraft right off the bat. Probably the cleanest look he's got all game. Still stuck on 2 points, though.
Inbound from Logan Arison. He's an NDSU javelin commit, and he goes right to Byron and right to the cup for 2.
That's exactly what they needed. A well-executed out-of-bounds play. A cut right down the middle for an easy two.
Jeremiah Sim, can he pick up right where he left off? That one a bit off the mark. Kraft has it. To Rokamp. Harrison off his foot. Matthew Sim dives in there. He wants a timeout. He's going to get it. A hustle play from the Spartans early in this one.
So much is made of Matthew Sim's athleticism, but there he is, quickest to the loose ball. North retains possession.
We'll be back in a moment on WDAY. The North Dakota State A basketball tournament is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance. And what an exciting Super A tournament we've had in Fargo this year.
You know, it's almost like this game is a little bit like the semifinal game for Red River. They were down 18 deep into the second half against Davies and came back and won.
Mahoza for three, and he drains it.
You know, North is feeling it on offense, but Mahoza is knocking that down. They're so difficult to guard because the floor becomes more spaced.
There's a foul on Muhoza, trying to take it away from Rokamp. Welcome Muhoza, kind of an unsung hero on this team. He's one of the few seniors, and with all the injuries that North has had to three guys who had meaningful playing time, or would have had meaningful playing time, he's a real leader on this team.
A very dependable player, versatile defender, good rebounder.
Rokamp to Parks. He's going to try the long triple. Harrison gives him another chance, and Kraft spins it through.
We talked about Harrison in the first half, doing all the little things. This time coming up with another offensive rebound, extending a possession, kicking it to Kraft for two.
Matthew around a screen, and it's stripped away by Harrison.
Harrison again.
Kraft trying to get the Rough Riders going. It's in and out.
Another great look.
Matthew Sim going quick. Muhoza looking for back-to-back. He's got it.
We either have a warning or a technical foul here for a celebration on the three.
That is a technical on Muhoza.
I think they got him for a taunting foul after the three. It's really too bad because he was playing well. Let's watch the reaction after the three. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it.
So Rokamp gets to shoot two with the lane empty. Moments like that can turn the tide, too.
Absolutely. You read my mind. I mean, Fargo North, they couldn't be playing better. Firing on all cylinders on offense and getting stops on defense. Let's see if Red River can make them pay. Coach O, the optimist, ever the positive coach, you know, he's coaching them up a little bit, making this a learning moment.
I told Logan Campbell last night after the semifinal victory, hey, I go back and forth with my guys, but at the end of the day, we tell each other we love each other, and we're back to work.
And that's the thing about it. You can't trust each other if you don't feel that way about each other. You're never going to accomplish anything great unless you do truly care about each other. And that's built over the course of time. That's earned. That's not given.
Rokamp at the point. Somehow he gets through and one.
Just a series of dribbles by Rokamp there. Finally being able to beat that primary defender, sneaking just past him. Because those wing offensive players were pulled up so high, there was no help side defense. Rokamp with an opportunity to make this a 4-point trip for Red River. Again, like I was saying earlier, this is kind of playing out a lot like the Davies game. Game started to slip away from Red River. That's when they crawled back in. And they got it done with their defensive effort last night. What will be the case tonight?
Zeller hands it off to Matthew Sim. North has been clicking on offense. A little miscommunication there. Muhoza, baseline, too strong. And Kraft secures the board. And has Has it stolen away. Jeremiah Sem looking up the floor. Pulls up for the triple. Harrison able to bobble, and Zeller chases down the rebound. Scoops it to Muhoza. Hopping through defenders. Gets two.
What a job by North. Sheer effort. They've been the quicker team to all the loose balls so far tonight. And just another one in that possession.
Rokamp. Fade away with a hand in his face. Too strong. Rebound tipped out to Kraft. Zach Kraft. The three off the screen. Splash.
Now let's see if that gets Zach Kraft going. The handoff pull-up three. He's had a couple good looks. That's the first one he's been able to get down from three.
Jeremiah has it flicked away by Clefstead.
Yeah, Harrison stepped in for almost taking the charge in that play.
And Rokamp leaning to the cup.
Oh, the up and under step through for Rokamp. We've seen him hit a couple of those this weekend. Doing whatever he can to keep his team in it. Now this Red River backcourt is starting to wake up on offense. Can they match it with the defensive effort?
Some going right at Parks. Draws a foul. 58-49, Logan Campbell. That was Travis Hogue handling what was kind of an important foul there.
Yeah, Colin. Well, he told us before the tournament started that this is a bit of a younger squad, and then they've had to address some attitude issues a few times. He said that there's been a lot of chirping between other teams, even the players, and he said this is not who they are. They will never be this way. He told Welcome, no more. You're going to sit the bench for a longer time next time.
They're definitely a passionate team. They play with a lot of effort and enthusiasm, and effort. It's like fire, right? You keep it in the fireplace, it'll heat your house. You get outside the fireplace, it'll burn your house down.
Turnover there on the travel by Haugo. The door is open for Red River, and that sounds all too familiar. Hudson Flom had a big three earlier in this game. Taken away by Matthew Sem. Count it, bucket.
Well, worst case scenario for Red River. First the turnover, then hustling back on defense. If you're going to foul him, you can't let him get up this layup. There's really no need for a soft foul. Matthew Sem getting out in transition.
Rokamp pleading his case. Sem, during the regular season, averaged more than 15 points per game. He and his brother are forced to be reckoned with. What does Zach Kraft have up his sleeve? The magical tournament that he's had. The game winner against the defending champs Minot. The go-ahead bucket against Davies last night. Zeller deflects it. Jeremiah Sem unable to keep his dribble. The hustle from Zach Elke forces a turnover. And the dart of a pass to Rokamp gets two more.
Well, Red River got away with one there after back-to-back turnovers. Red River had Rokamp's back, and they were able to track it down. Outlet it the whole length of the court for a layup.
DeBoer gives it to Zeller. That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, Rokamp keeps playing hard, makes up for that turnover, sliding into legal guarding position. As Zeller was just trying to get a catch. Just outside the restricted area.
It's the second on Zeller. Ten-point game and lots of time left. Kraft one-on-one with Welk. It went off his shoe. Parks able to grab it. 5 to shoot. Parks through contact. And he gets another chance at it. That one falls.
Yeah, Parks get 2 points the hard way with effort, but by and large, a lot of one-on-one going on for Red River right now.
Another steal on Sem in transition. Parks lines it up. Welk has it out and running. Muhoza around the defender. He missed it. Gets it back. 2 chances, no points. Elke gathers it for Red River.
Effort is not lacking tonight. These two teams are leaving it all out here.
DeBoer commits the foul. Helps up Flom.
Game's getting a little sloppy as the pace picks up. I think the team that holds onto the ball best is going to have a great chance of winning here because there's going to be opportunities.
Back down to just an 8-point game.
Coach Bureau for the Spartans.
Zach Kraft. Pull up 2. Got it. Don't want him to heat up for North.
Yeah, it's that ball screen again that gets it done for Red River. We haven't seen that enough tonight. I think we should see that every single possession. That time North switched it, and that's what gave Red River the favorable matchup.
DeBoer trying to go inside to Zeller. Another takeaway for the Red River defense. Kraft out and running. The layup is good.
How about that? What a smart play by Zach Kraft. Going to the other side of the rim, which shielded off Sem, who was lining that up to block it.
Sem bounces to Bjork. Ran into the rim, and a foul. That could be 3 on Sem. Elke's fired up.
This looks like a lot like last night. Red River picks up the defensive intensity right when they needed it the most, right when this game was starting to slip away. And it's allowed them to get right back in this, lead down to 4. Red River with the ball. Jeremiah Sem with 3 fouls.
He'll stay in the game, but he's got to be smart. 4-point contest.
Let's see if we can find a ball screen here.
Instead, how about right to Rocamp and right to the hoop?
Even better. Straight line backdoor cut right to the rim. Even easier.
Jeremiah Sem trying to get North going again. Red River a chance to tie or take the lead. Byron misses the dunk.
Oh, he was about to bring the place down with that. Just slipped out of his hands, but a great pass nonetheless.
Matthew Sem pickpocketed, and a foul on Jeremiah. That's 4. Here comes Red River. Don't go anywhere. His North faithful looking for something to cheer about. The Farmers Union Insurance fan cam. Red River fans have got plenty to cheer about. Their team's made it a 2-point game.
And not only was it a 2-point game, but Jeremiah Sem, his 20 points, 0 in the second half, though, are on the bench with 4 fouls. The question is for how long? I think that largely depends on how this game plays out. Red River is able to get on a run here or continue on a run. I don't think Coach Hogue will have a choice but to bring him back and trust his player that he can play with fouls.
Red River turning this thing around. We'll have to pick out a pivotal moment of the game later. Parks misses the front end of what's now bonus free throws. Rocamp gets fouled.
That is a very important part here. 10 minutes of bonus free throws.
And just 2 fouls on Red River.
Yeah, and speaking of free throw percentage, Red River shooting a fantastic 77%, best in the tournament so far. North, the worst so far in this tournament at 57%. So if this turns into a free throw shooting contest, you have to like Red River's chances.
Logan, which huddle were you in during that break?
I was in Red River, and it was absolutely electric in there. Kobe Crafton was trying to get everyone to settle down and sit down and take a breath. He then said, do you know how many points Jeremiah Sem has this half? 0. That's because of your defense. He said, keep it up on offense and defense, and the rest will take care of itself.
Rocamp, the EDC's leading free throw shooter, ties this game up. There's John Williams. First time we've seen him, and he goes right to the hoop for 2.
How about that? Into the game and into the stat books. 2 points off the bench.
Williams is a heck of a football player and a tough athlete.
Hit that hole like a running back.
Rocamp gets it back. Now he goes inside to Byron. Almost got the tough two, but Zeller snatches the board.
Beautiful defense by North. Realizing the roller was wrong, going right to the front of the rim. That outside defense got there in time, made a play on the ball, and avoided the foul.
Just off the mark, Williams lost his dribble after he had the rebound. Now he dives on it. This will be a jump ball and North ball. John Williams, a little spark off the bench for the Spartans.
Instant impact, going in for the layup, and how about him? He just wanted that a little more. Skying over everybody else.
DeBoer. It's off the fingertips of Halgo, but it comes to Matthew Sem, who goes up with the right hand and misses it.
Really good
defense.
Really good defense there by Rocamp. He did a great job staying down, not going for the ball fake, and just contesting.
Rocamp gets it to Byron. How about the toughness from Rocamp? He thought he was fouled a couple times.
And I love the pass to Byron, who did a great job of making himself available and moving with the penetration to move into the soft spot of the defense.
Williams with the ball again. Lost it for a moment. Carter Zeller cleans it up. All tied at 63. Halgo bounces to Zeller. Right hand. Lays it in. Parks wanted to set his feet.
Good body control by Zeller there. Just moving slightly to the side. Otherwise, it was going to be an offensive foul.
Corner pocket. Too strong. Harrison. Kraft for three. Bang!
How big has Harrison been tonight? Extending yet another possession. He's owned the glass tonight. Got the offensive rebound, kicked it out to Kraft.
Red River down by 14 at the half. They lead by 1. Williams cross key. DeBoer no on the first try. Parks has it. Gives it to Kraft. Look out. Again.
Oh boy.
Here come the Rider fans.
And Red River, it's been all Red River in the second half here. That was very close to a technical foul on Zach Kraft. The emotion is a big part of this game. And there we're seeing the first of his 2 threes in the last 30 seconds. This is the second one. Little celebration afterwards. We're okay. We're playing on. Red River up 4. And I'll be very curious as to how long Jeremiah Sem stays on the bench. Obviously, we know 8 minutes is a long time. He has 4 fouls, but sometimes to win a state championship, you have to roll the dice a little bit and trust your player. If he fouls out, so be it. Last thing you want to do is leave him on the bench a little too long. My guess is we're going to see him sooner rather than later. But he'll remain on the bench right now.
North rolled the die a little bit with Carter Zeller last night getting in foul trouble, getting 4 with quite a bit of time left, working on Ryan Erickson. They left him in there.
So where does North go when they need a bucket to stop the bleeding, try to wrestle back a little momentum?
John Williams, catch and release 3, well short. Can Red River grab even more momentum? Flom, baseline. Trying to get it to Clefstead, stolen by Williams. One of 2 seniors. Muhoza is the other for North. And there's Williams again. Lost his dribble again. Rocamp up to Kraft. Somehow it bounces to Flom, and Red River stays alive on offense. 10 to shoot. Rocamp spins it out.
Great defensive possession there by North. Red River was able to set a couple screens, but they were able to recover because they switched them. Kept it simple.
DeBoer for North. Just a bit strong. Jeremiah Sem is getting ready to enter the game along with Welkin Muhoza.
Maybe one more possession for Red River without Jeremiah Sem in this game.
Stolen by Matthew Sem, though, and he can throw it down. Flom fouls him. Jeremiah Sem, 20 points in the first half. He doesn't have any in the second half, but he's coming back in after this. But Red River leading by 4. Jeremiah Sem ruled the first half. Zach Kraft and company from Red River have come roaring back, though. We'll have to pick somebody to be our Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota player of the game. 6:27 to go. 4-point Red River lead. They trailed by 14 at the half, so you're not reading that wrong. Fargo North has already put the Rough Riders in the bonus, but it's north of the line here. This happened on the breakaway. Hudson Flom kind of went flying into all of the paraphernalia that's baseline and came up holding his side. Matthew Sem shoots 2 when he makes the first. And Logan Campbell has an update on Hudson.
Yeah, they're checking out his right rib. He went up to Curb and he said, "I'm fine. I just need a second to breathe and catch my breath. Do not take me out of this game, coach."
He's getting looked at right now.
Oh yeah, he's a football player, tough kid, heck of a football player. There's plenty of time to hurt after the state championship game, I think.
2-point lead. Jeremiah Sem somehow stays in bounds. He'll try the 3 in transition. Right in the money.
Whoa, Matthew Sem almost single-handedly wrestling the lead back from Red River, getting the steal, staying in bounds. One-man fast break, pulling up for 3.
Parks up over Zeller for 2.
Yeah, Parks feeling the moment. Feeling the momentum slipping away. And he just went and made a play. Right now, Red River's full-on face guarding Jeremiah Sem.
You kind of have to. Tries to get it to Muhoza. And Muhoza finally pulls it off the floor and rolls it in.
Red River almost had that steal. Muhoza was able to grab it.
Kraft popped up in the air. Zeller brings it down. Jeremiah Sem. And a defensive foul. He just got that look in his eye, and Parks wanted so bad to get the call.
He had one thing on his mind, man. He was coming downhill in a hurry, and against most players, Parks would have had enough time to get in the legal guarding position, not Jeremiah Sem. Jeremiah Sem looking for his first points of the second half, believe it or not.
I missed the call. Was that on Parks, or was it the arm grab as Jeremiah went up?
Believe they got Parks on that.
Three-point lead.
Either way, only 14 fouls for Red River, still 8 for North.
Rokamp out to Parks. He got a step baseline, but then there was Zeller to say no.
Yep, Zeller, legal guarding position, straight up, stop and rebound.
Matthew Sem uses the Zeller screen, but Rokamp's right with him, so Sem decides to let it fly anyway.
What a high level of difficulty, working back and forth over that screen. Rokamp was in good guarding position, didn't matter. Good defense, better offense.
Parks keeps it. What a find to get Klefstad, and he gets the friendly roll.
Love that play out of Parks. Thought he was going to shoot it. Last minute, he saw his teammate open underneath the hoop.
So now they've got Elke one-on-one with Jeremiah Sem. Matthew Sem trying to keep it going. Muhoza tracks down the rebound. Jeremiah fouled by Elke. He was just a bit too close.
I understand the aggression, but that's one that Red River can't have. Not in the bonus yet, so that no harm, no foul, but
last night, when Red River went on that big run and erased an 18-point deficit, Davies didn't really have an answer. North has found a way to answer back a little bit. Jeremiah lost his footing. Matthew going baseline. Welk is there. Now Matthew. Quick release.
splash. He's having fun. Another 3. Matthew Sem.
pick it up where his brother left off in the first half.
Parks between the legs. Jeremiah laying out for it. Welk trying to keep it. Rokamp gets it back. Kraft. Yes!
Why not? Everything you could want in a state championship game. Back and forth we go. 3-point game, 3 minutes left. Who wants it more?
Jeremiah one-handed. Welk stuttered the feet. A travel. Oh my goodness, 3-point game. Guys, I'm telling you, tell your friends to get over to WDAY. This one's wild, 3-point game. Here's a word from Bank of North Dakota.
I'm Lily Bell. I'm confident on the court, and when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
University of Jamestown game reset. North has put Red River in the bonus. Possession arrow favors Red River, but the Rough Riders are starting to get up there in the foul department, too. A couple away from sending North to the line.
Yeah, Red River was in the bonus with about 10 minutes left. They haven't really made it hurt a whole lot.
Oh, Pierce Parks.
How good has he been this entire game? He's played with great poise out there for a young fella.
Matthew Sem has been feeling it lately. See if he gets more. That time short. Klefstedt had the rebound for a moment. A scramble. And this will be Red River ball. Logan, you were with Travis Hogue and his Spartans.
I was, Cullen, and he said that the way that we win this game is by first rebounding, second is playing our game, which means speeding it up, playing up-tempo offense, and scoring on transition. He said if we win these next 3 minutes, we have a state title in our hands.
What a job Travis Hogue has done in his first full season at the helm, getting into the state title game for the first time since '06. Kraft, look out. That time wouldn't connect.
It's a great job reading that screen. Defender went underneath, so he pulled up over the top. But if I'm North, I'm okay with that. He may hit that, but because they're in the bonus, you want to turn them into a jump shooting team.
Kick ball as Jeremiah tried to go to welcome Muhoza. And we welcome you to WDAY, where we've got just a phenomenal game for the state championship. That's Zach Dosh. I'm Colin Holt. Logan Campbell is also with us. Zeller off the restart. Working on Harrison, ditches the defender and drops it in.
Oh, great job by Carter Zeller, staying under control, staying balanced, and finishing through the contact.
Stepped on the sideline. North's got a chance to make this a two-possession game again.
It has just absolutely been a game of runs. It's been so interesting to watch. It started out with North. Then Red River went on their big run.
They say football's a game of inches, but oh, that was close. Jeremiah Sem. Kick out to Matthew. He's tough to keep up with, but Rokamp is there. Now Matthew pivots into the cup, and there's Zeller to bring it up.
Much like last night, Carter Zeller really making himself felt on the glass, on the defensive end, all the little things. Zeller, a warrior once again.
14 points for him. Red River with the quick answer and the quick timeout. Here's Parks, the big-time sophomore. Boy, there's young players in this game that have just been bedazzling.
He's been so tough tonight. I think Red River wants to have a chat about what they can do to get a stop here. Get the feeling there's only a handful of possessions left in this game.
It was the defense for Red River that allowed them to just squash that 14-point deficit at halftime. They're going to need some big defense here.
And by and large, Red River's done a pretty decent job in the second half. Obviously, Matthew Sem's been huge. Jeremiah Sem, only 2 points in the second half. They have to be extremely happy about that. That's part of the reason why they were able to get back in here. Obviously, part of that was Jeremiah Sem picking up his fourth foul. He really hasn't been able to get back in rhythm since then, but it hasn't mattered. And both these teams, pressure defense, steals, transition buckets. No doubt that's what they were talking about in the huddles. Full court now for Red River.
Which athletic team is going to outrun the other down the stretch here? Ethan Welk running point. Just ran into Harrison. He was trying to get around the screen.
That's kind of like a bug in a windshield there, man. Great job hedging the ball screen until he was a little out of control at the end. Only 16 fouls, though, for Red River. No free throws yet.
Matthew Sem. There's Jeremiah. Around a screen. Another defensive foul on Harrison.
Harrison playing a little drop coverage on that ball screen. The problem is, if you give Jeremiah Sem a couple steps, it's all but over. He's already into the mid-range. I think they're probably going to have to trap that. I think if Sem comes off a ball screen, you got to get the ball out of his hands. He's too dangerous, especially turning that corner.
And the problem there is the feet, right? Harrison's still moving and leaning.
Not quite in legal guarding position. He's doing his best to take a charge, realizing that that's probably his best bet to get a stop.
Remember, Jeremiah Sem has 4 fouls. That's a huge storyline in this.
Now 17 fouls for Red River.
Second one falls through. 5-point game. It's not over yet, folks. Here we go. Zach Kraft, Reese Rokamp. Turnover. Zeller covers it up. Did he get fouled?
Well, that was the right idea for Red River. Nice little set play. Although Rokamp wasn't quite looking for the pass yet. And of course, it's Zeller corralling the rebound. Of course. That's exactly what he does.
How big has he been, Zach? I mean,
he's the steadying force. He's the steadying force. A perfect complement to the Sems. Very smart player. Tough, hard-nosed.
This is 1-1, and he missed it. If there's any team that can erase 5 points in a minute, it's definitely Red River. But if there's anyone who can do that, it's Jeremiah Sem.
The play of the game, Jeremiah Sem. Got the steal in transition, picked off the outlet pass. And he has a chance to make this an 8-point game with 1 minute left. Jeremiah Sem, how about it?
We're running out of words. Okay, Jeremiah Sem.
You have to take the ball out. Yeah.
Red River's got to go fast. Again, if there's a team that can pull this off, it's this Red River squad. They're never quite out of it. Turned over again. Welk turns it back over. Parks. Zeller with the defense again.
Zeller is pumped up. He was emotional after the game last night. He could taste it. He's played almost this whole game. How about that? Getting the block.
The reach.
Avoiding the body contact. Missed the front end of the 1-1 last time. Let's see if he can better it this time. A chance to push the lead to 10. And Red River needs to get points as fast as they possibly can. Whether that's a 3 or 2, regardless, they have a long ways to go here. They need points in the least amount of time possible.
North's got to make their free throws, too. That's
Red River misses. Yeah, Red River doesn't have to force a 3 here. If they get a straight line drive, obviously, North isn't going to want to foul. There may be an opportunity to get a straight line drive with only a couple seconds left here. They need to push the ball as hard as they can. If the help side defense does come, that'll allow for a kick out.
Zeller gets the second one. 3-possession game still.
Well, they got to go.
Rokamp.
They got a lot of dribbling. Oh, boy.
Got fouled, and he's going to shoot free throws with 31 seconds left.
And if you're North, that's kind of worst-case scenario almost, right? Because now Red River has a chance to put points on the board
and set up their press potentially.
And only a few seconds run off the clock. First of the 1-and-1 is good. Again, this is the best free throw shooter on the east side of the state in Class A.
Yep, we're talking Red River's a 77% free throw shooting team in this tournament. North only a 57% free throw shooting team.
Missed it. Jeremiah Sem gets up above everybody for the rebound.
He was not going to be denied. He was about a head higher than everybody. Watch him soar. What a job to go up and get the biggest rebound of the year, Jeremiah Sem. Red River unable to get that free throw or set up their press.
For most of the year, it was Century and Minot, top two in the polls with a little Mandan thrown in there. And then we get to March, and these two teams from the East just got hot at the right time. And this Fargo North team, all the adversity, 3 meaningful players go down with injury. They're young. They only have 2 seniors. And they're 30 seconds away from bringing home a trophy, but it's an 8-point game and another missed free throw.
This is some of the magic of March. It's not played on paper. It's decided on the court. It comes down to who plays the best, who makes the plays, who wants it more.
Rokamp needs a quick bucket. And that one won't go. Zeller rebounds it. Welk out and running to Matthew Sem. Put an icing on the cake. Byron a couple tries at it. Timeout, Red River.
And the North crowd can sense it. Their first state championship since 2006. Up by 9, 4 seconds left. Not many options for Red River here. Matthew Sem going up. What a dream that must feel like. A dunk to seal the state championship for his Fargo North Spartans.
I talked to those brothers, Matthew and Jeremiah, shortly before the EDC tournament. I said, what legacy do you want to leave at North? And this family has had quite a few good athletes come through there. But they both said, we want a state championship.
You can only think about all those battles that have been had in the driveway at the YMCA with their older brother. No doubt about it, he's been a part of this process.
Here we go. Matthew Sem will dribble it out. They came from all over the state to try to win it. But the trophy's going right down the street to Fargo North.
What a scene to win a state championship in front of your hometown, in your hometown, right down the street from your school. That stuff dreams are made of. Red River's overcome a number of deficits in this tournament. Tonight, it was one too many, and Fargo North was able to navigate foul trouble. A slow second half, slow start to the second half. But just in the nick of time, the Sem brothers got it done, along with Zeller.
Logan Campbell, with his first season at the helm, Travis Hogue has a state championship.
He sure is. Cullen Travis. Cullen Cullen just said it, first season as head coach, you have won a state title. Describe the emotions going through you right now.
I'm in shock. What a heck of a comeback by Red River in the second half. Man, holy cow, they're a good team. I'm just so happy for our guys, man.
What was the difference maker in this one, Travis?
Sorry?
What was the difference in this one?
You know, kind of like last night, making critical shots when it was important and then getting stops when it was super important. You know, the guys grinded out another one. It's tough to play 3 games back to back to back. State tournament's a tough tournament. And, man, my guys came to play, and I'm so proud of them. Just so proud of them.
Talk a little bit about those Sem brothers. How special are they?
They are super special, and I am so grateful to be able to be their head coach. They make my job so much easier. And let's not forget Carter Zeller being a beast on the boards tonight. Holy cow, that kid put some work in.
To have the crowd rush on the court and you get to celebrate with all of them. I saw you give all the players a hug at that final timeout, all the coaches. What was going through your head in that moment, Travis?
I think it was the realization that we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make it magical for the Northside community again.
Congratulations, Coach. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
Cullen.
They made it magical indeed, and thanks to some magic plays by the player of the game, Jeremiah Sem, the Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of North Dakota player of the game. How could you give it to anybody else?
He was unbelievable tonight. That 20 points in the first half were unbelievable. When he was out with 4 fouls, the situation looked a little tenuous for North, but they were able to weather the storm just barely good enough, got him back on the floor, and he finished it off.
And he made a difference, including our pivotal moment of the game, the steal and one.
It was still a game at that point. After the steal and the and one, it wasn't anymore.
Let's go back to the public address system for the award ceremony presented by Farmers Union.
As your name is called, please come forward. For Fargo Davies, Raymond Brown. From Fargo Davies, Daniel York. From Minot, Derek Dissett. From Bismarck Century, Ryan Erickson. From Bismarck Legacy, Jackson Kellogg. From Grand Forks Red River, Zach Kraft. From Grand Forks Red River, Reese Rokamp. From Fargo North, Carter Zeller. From Fargo North, Matthew Sem. From Fargo North, Jeremiah Sem. And the tournament MVP, Jeremiah Sem from Fargo North. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2023 All-Tournament team as voted on by the media. The next award is for the 2023 North Dakota High School Basketball Class A Coach of the Year. This award is voted on by the North Dakota boys basketball coaches throughout the state. The award will be presented by Eric Olson of the North Dakota High School Coaches Association. This year's winner of the High School Basketball Coach of the Year, from Bismarck Century, Darren Mattern. Now we would like to present the 2023 Senior Athlete of the Year Award. This award is presented by the North Dakota High School Coaches Association. The finalists for this award are from Minot, Derek Dissett. And from Red River, Zach Kraft. The 2023 Senior Athlete of the Year from Minot, Derek Dissett. Now let's honor the members of the participants in tonight's championship game. As your name is mentioned, please come forward to be recognized. First from the runner-up Red River Rough Riders, cheerleaders, Brooklyn Vandal Jenkins, Annika Opsahl, Ava Gernovich, Addison Carlton, Lucy Blackman, Athena Clark, Hannah Magra, Brooke Carlson, and Ava Burkholz. Cheer advisors, Jasmine Ludwig and Lacey Dickerman. Statisticians, Cameron Dumas and Carson Blegan. Student manager, Caden Mackey. Number 0, Pierce Parks. Number 1, Zach Kraft. Number 2, Tate Parson. Number 3, Hayden Hong. Number 4, Hudson Flom. Number 5, Carter Byron. Number 10, Cam Klefstad. Number 11, Zach Elke. Number 14, Carter Weiser. Number 21, Reese Rocamp. Number 23, Brady Welch. Number 24, Josh Neal. Number 32, Seth Miller. Number 33, Logan Arison. And number 40, James Walter. Assistant coaches, Kelby Crafting, Clinton Sen, Scott Dvorak, and Evan Peterson. And the head coach, Kirby Crafting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 2023 runner-up Red River Rough Riders. Now for the state champion Fargo North Spartans. Cheerleaders, Leo Stordahl, Alyssa Welch, Haley Lendeby, Erilyn Morse, Brianna Jaquez, Abby Olson, Naskane Holmes, Alexa Anguinano Navarro, and the cheer advisor, Leah Ness. Statisticians, Mark Aladdin and Emily Welk. Student managers, Maya Solberg and Shelby Midda. And student trainers, Anna Hago and Sonia Rutten. Number 1, Ethan Welk. Number 2, Bodie Hogue. Number 3, Keach Bior. Number 4, Jeremiah Sim. Number 5, David Schilling. Number 10, Welcome Mihoza. Number 11, Matthew Sem. Number 12, Reggie Chris. Number 14, Eric DeBoer. Number 20, Victor Busenga. Number 21, Peter Haugo. Number 22, Riley Opheim. Number 23, Aiden Prince. Number 24, John Williams. Number 34, Joe Rose. And number 40, Carter Zeller. Assistant coaches, Paul Zenz, Brent Borstead, Ty Sanford, Mike Botane, and Carson Hannestead. And the head coach, Travis Hogue. '23 state champion Fargo North Spartans. Now for the team trophies, with the captains from the runner-up Red River Rough Riders, please come forward to accept your trophy. Now let's have the captains from the 2023 state champion Fargo North Spartans come forward. This concludes the awards ceremony and the tournament. Thank you for attending, and please drive home safely.
That moment never gets old, does it? We see it so much on WDAY. This was a wild one, Zach Dosh. In fact, the highest scoring title game we've had in Class A. Lots of points.
Both these coaches said they wanted a game with pace. Well, we got it in spades. And not only that, each team went on runs. Neither team lost faith, though. They just kept attacking, and North was able to navigate that foul trouble. They got Jeremiah Sem back on the court, and he was able to finish it off.
A note about the last assistant coach they announced. That's Carson Hannestead. He got hurt before the season. He hung in there. He's been such a big part of their team. They call him a student assistant coach. David Schilling, Bodie Hogue, the coach's son, they got hurt early as well. And they were all meaningful players, and yet this North team persevered big time. They got big-time performances from guys that are standing with Logan Campbell right now.
Big-time performances for sure. I'll start with you. It was a three-point game. You hit two back-to-back threes. Walk us through those plays.
In the first half, I wasn't hitting my shots, and the team told me to keep shooting. So in the second half, I just kept letting it fly, and those shots were big, and we needed it. So
that put your team up. Then you get the steal, reverse lay-in to kind of seal the deal for your team. Walk us through that, Jeremiah.
Man, it just got the crowd going, and we felt we were right there. So we had to settle down and wait till the end of the game, and we got it done.
And then Carter, you got the defensive boards to end this game. When you grabbed that ball and you knew this was over, what was going through your head?
I was the happiest man in the world. I can't believe we did it after all this time. I can't believe we got to do it with this group of guys.
You guys were able to pick up the state title as brothers with you guys right next to your side. What are the emotions going through you guys?
Man, I just love this guy. I just love him.
I mean, this is something we always dreamed about, and it's finally here. We did it.
First state title since 2006. You guys are able to bring it back to Fargo North. Describe the emotions going through you.
To be honest, I'm kind of sad or tearing up a little bit. We won a state chip, but it's tears of joy. And I'm just, I don't know what to say. I'm lost of words, but I'm just happy.
Travis was your guys' head coach, first season with him at the head. Describe him and the impact that he's had in your guys' life.
Man, he just teaches the game in a good way, and we just try to. One day we want to teach it in the same way he does.
Travis has always been my number one coach I've ever had, and he's like a second father to me. I just love him so much.
Congratulations, guys. Go celebrate with your team. Cullen?
Travis Ho got to coach them in elementary school and middle school. Now he's back his first year as their varsity coach. They win a state championship. If you can sum up this run in just a few words, what does that sound like?
You know, it was magical. It was magical for them. It was not a straight line from the beginning of the season to here, though. They had their ups and downs, and I think that's what makes this type of victory all the more sweeter. They kept the faith. They kept persevering. They overcame a lot, and they played 3 really good games, 3 really competitive games. They had to navigate a lot even within this tournament, and they got it done. And I think that's going to make this even more sweet.
This Super A was a phenomenal tournament. Red River wins the girls bracket. North comes out with the victory over Red River in the boys championship. Thank you so much for joining us all weekend long. They're smiling for pictures, and they'll be celebrating tonight on the north side. Jeremiah Sem, big game. Fargo North gets the title for the first time since 2006. Our entire crew is phenomenal. That's Zach Dosh sitting next to me. Logan Campbell working the sidelines. I'm Colin Holt. Stacy Anderson behind the scenes. WDAY News at 10 is next.